Class, as of March 29th in 2024, while we were dealing with Gregory Hall or Gregory Chan as they go by, it was brought to our attention that we encountered an individual by the name of Mao Mao Darling, who is 19 years old, living in the state of Texas, where it was found out that he sent pornographic images to a 15-year-old minor, and as you can see, it was removed, but you can see the minor's comment where he said, "Nice cock," and he responds to, "Thanks." On April 2nd of Tuesday, myself, Cosmic, and Floterio managed to get Mao Mao in a call, and it was found out that what Gregory said was true on Mao Mao showing porn to a minor. He was saying that the minor forced him and was trying to frame him. As you can see in the following clip in just a second, that the conversation between Mao Mao and the minor, that was not the case. Here's the clip of the whole conversation. Throughout the call, he was trying to say that he was being framed and the minor made him send the pornography, which myself, along with Cosmic and Floterio, we pointed out that with Mao Mao being 18 years of old at the time, meaning that given how he resides in the state of Texas, according to the United States law, he is an adult and that he should have had a more high ground of refusing to send the pornography to the minor and blocking the minor when the minor apparently asked for said images. But he made the excuses of he was scared of blocking the minor as well as being scared in general. But here's the reality, Mao Mao. No one forced you to do anything. You chose to send pornography to the minor, which is against the law in your state, as seen here. And furthermore, you admitted in the call that you got the pornographic image from the internet, which means you also distributed porn to the minor, which is also against your state law. Now, again, I'm not a legal expert in that department, but you should have known better for distributing porn and sending it to someone under 18. And class, when we told him that we have to let people, including those closest to him, know that what he has done, he went hysterical saying he didn't want to lose everything. Well, maybe, Mao Mao, you should have thought of that before you showed porn to a 15-year-old, you stupid fuck. You chose to post it, you chose to engage with it, you chose to commit a crime. No one forced you or bribed you or tried to frame you, as you kept on saying throughout the call, to the point of pissing Cosmic and myself off. Now, before anyone states in the comment sections, oh, he could have had a disability, here's the thing, Floterio has confirmed it in the call that you're about to listen to after my statement, that yes, he has confessed that he has autism. However, class, that does not excuse Mao Mao for committing the crime of showing porn to the minor. He is an adult, he should have known right from wrong and knowing what is law. So you're about to listen to the call between myself, Cosmic, Floterio, and Mao Mao of April the 2nd. And mind y'all, this is a very long call which will go about near close to 3 hours. Before it begins, I have this to say. Please be aware of Mao Mao Darling, whether they're in any groups in Discord or any social medias. And Mao Mao, if you're seeing this, which I know you will, given you were told that this video was happening, you brought this outcome upon yourself. If you are truly remorseful for sending the pornographic image to the minor, you will turn yourself in, seek a therapist when you were suggested to seek a therapist by myself and Floterio in the call, and stay offline. And before you run your mouth saying I was framed, buddy, it was proven that in the call, as well as the screenshots that I've shown earlier, that you posted the porn which you deleted because you admitted you deleted them in the call that will be played soon. So you knew you would get in trouble if this got out. You chose to engage with the minor instead of blocking the minor. Mao Mao, I suggest you stay gone, seek a therapist, turn yourself into your local precinct, and when Floterio suggested you inform your parents of what you have done, I suggest you inform your parents what you have done, seek a therapist, and stay off the internet. I am Ben Mazza. Take care, class. Okay, I believe we are recording right now. Greetings, class. Toucan Sam here. Today's date is April 2nd of 2024. Today we're going to be discussing to an individual by the name of Mao Mao Darling, which was brought to our attention at March 29th when we were confronting Gregory Hall at the time, which TLDR, which according to Gregory is that Mao Mao is a pedophile, sending dick pics to minors, posting, having minors in a server that has pornography in said server, and it took Cosmic and Flutterio no less than an hour to look into this information, while Gregory, or Gregula-chan as he goes by now, has been sitting on this fucking information for an entire fucking week. So, if I am wrong in that regard, Miss Flutterio, please correct me if I'm wrong, because you and Cosmic are the ones that have done that little digging no less than an hour, which I will admit, that's pretty impressive. You ladies did an impressive job digging into this no less than an hour, when it took Gregory no less than a fucking week to sit his ass down with this information.
Thank you, first of all. Second of all, hi everybody, my name is Cosmic and I have Flutterio here with me. If you just want
Yay.
to say hello real quick.
That's
Hello.
fair. Welcome. Hello.
Right, so thank you. So basically, me and Flutterio could have done that much faster. We could have done that much faster, but we were just being lazy, and that's on me. That's on me. But we did that pretty fast, yeah, I'll admit. But we could have done it faster easily if we wanted to, if we knew that this person had this stuff, because we were finding out this stuff as we were looking into this, because I spotted it on Greg's sort of thing, and I believe I went to you, Flutterio, about it and went, "Do you want to call about this? Because what is this?"
Yeah, it was a very interesting situation. We found out a lot of lying from Gregory's side has been going on. Yes.
Yes, indeed. And I'll be sending that call over to you, Ben, after this call. I'll be means to it.
Yeah.
I've just had other things to do. But right now, our main priority is this Mao Mao person, because
Yeah.
for what we've been hearing from Gregory and a supposed 15-year-old victim, 15-year-old victim, so that's 1-5, not 5, not 50, that's 1-5, so 15. They've been sent dick pics by Mao Mao, which technically is illegal if they are over the age of 18. Ooh. So we're gonna speak to Mao Mao, get their side of the story, because they're the only one who has any side of the story left to tell. I'll be jotting things down, so if you hear me typing in the call for whatever reason, that's on me. But anyways, Ben, you should cut right about now.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna
Or
pause it
pause.
right about. Yeah, I'm gonna
You can
pause
do
it.
that in the editing.
Yeah, I can do that right.
And just let me know when you've resumed, and we'll
Hello.
go to.
It's good to see you.
Good afternoon slash evening slash morning, wherever you're located. I hope you're doing well today, first of all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And be quiet.
You are really nice people.
Oh,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you. I try. Okay, so you have been accused of, and I'm sure you know this, you've been accused of sending nudes, basically, because that's what they are, nudes to a 15-year-old. Could I just get your side of that? Because I have yet to hear your side. If you hear me typing, that's because I'm typing down what you're saying, just so that I don't, get confused or, get lost, because that does happen. So I'm going to take a new approach of writing it down. So if you could just let us know your side of everything, that would be wonderful.
Well, what's that?
Oh, did you not hear me? Or did...
What was the last part?
Oh, I was just saying I'm gonna be writing everything that you say down on, just to keep things, to make sure that I don't lose track of what you've said. But if you could tell your side of the story, that would be great, because you've been accused by a minor and Gregory slash Gregula of sending
Maybe
nudes to
do all those things.
Okay, well, you just explain your side of everything,
Sorry,
and I'll write it down.
I just hate Gregory, okay?
That's fine. I get that this situation has you very stressed out, but if you could just say your side of what has happened,
Okay.
just in like the from start to now, that would be great. So just take it away.
Alright, so I must have wrote something in a vent channel, so let me show you what I have to say. That I remember. Alright.
Does this have to do with like the like what happened kind of thing? Like
Yeah.
the event message? It does? Okay.
But
Then we shall wait for that.
Gregilla Chan, aka Gregory Halls, is targeting me by thinking I was an absolute pedophile. And if you, well, he was on one of those people who used to be a pedo, so I now believe that she's taken another step of finding a way to cancel me. And she doesn't even know how to count Earth years.
How when did you first meet Gregory slash Grigala?
It was during January.
Gregala slash Gregory in January of was this year?
Yes, it was this year.
Okay. And what happened when you met Gregory slash Grigala? What happened from that point till now?
She knows everything about Octo Thunder that one of my boyfriends used to hang out with without even telling me. This username Reggie Rat. And he said that he's been cheating on me, and he said he was taken by Octo Thunder.
So Gregory slash Grigala, I'm just gonna just ask just for clarification on my part because I'm a bit slow in writing because I was listening to what you were saying. So Gregory slash Grigala knew people that you knew. Is that right?
What's that?
Okay, so I just asked if Gregory slash Grigala, when you two first met, did so they knew people that you knew, right?
Um, well, I was set up till now. They were just like crossing their fingers behind my back.
Oh, okay, right. We'll get on to that. I understand that's a very stressful situation. I understand that being set up, your words, not mine. Being set up is a very like, oh my God, I need to clear my name as quickly as possible. I get that, but I'm asking you right now, when you first met Gregory slash Grigala, did they know people that you knew?
No.
Okay. So did not know people that well knew. Okay, so how did Gregory slash Grigala get to know people that you knew? Because if I just heard correctly, and feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm going off of a lot. Because obviously, when you're explaining this, you're going all over the place. Like for me personally, how like how did they know? Like, how did they get to know people that you knew? Like, how did you get to know of like Oct it's Octa Thunder, isn't it?
It's like finding friends and that Reggie Rat used to hang out with.
Right. Okay. So, what exactly like happened to make the pair of you fall out? Were you two getting along, and then something happened
Something
there that made
happened.
you two? Sorry, what?
Something happened to me. Something happened to me between Octo Thunder because it turned out that Octo Thunder was like in his 30s.
Oh, so okay, that's okay. So so my statement right now for you reads something happened to Mal between them and Octa Thunder. Was that what happened there in terms of that?
Yeah, for Octo Thunder being a pedo.
Oh, okay, that's interesting information actually. Octa Thunder, uh, were they discovered as a pedophile slash predator at that time?
It happened like 2 years ago when it happened.
Oh, that's interesting because I didn't know that, and I've heard of the name Octothunder. Their last name, like their last name and their username, is Octothunder Lulamoon, right?
Like right, like the squid OC.
Yeah, the Inkling slash Upvilling. Yeah, okay. So I have heard of that name before. I didn't know that they were a predator slash pedophile, and I'll ask you more about that in a little bit. But how like why when did you fall out with Gregory slash Grigala?
Well, like, what's that mean?
So, you know how Gregory slash Grigala is coming after you, like trying to attack you, accusing you of being a pedophile, supposedly?
Right.
When did that start?
It happened like March 27th.
Oh, on a specific day. Okay, right. So that's when Gregory first started going after you, is it? Computer, shut up. Sorry.
Yeah, like
So,
he's trying to frame me.
on March 27th, 2024, Gregory slash Greg Gala started accusing Mel Mel of being a pedophile. Have I got that right?
Oh, yes.
Right. So from that point, what has really happened from your perspective from March the 27th till now? Like, has what's been crazy? What's been going on there that's crazy? Because this is obviously a recent sort of, I guess I would call it a connection because you sort of know of Gregory slash Gregala now. Unfortunately, I'm very sorry for your loss there, because I wouldn't wish anybody to meet that person. But what's it been like from March 27th till today? What's it been like?
Hmm.
Sorry about if you hear me sniffling, by the way. I just, my nose is very stuffy. I've been out in the rain all day. But yeah.
Like, okay, Greg. Galla's just like trying to make me say stuff that I don't want to do. And Gregory's like trying to force me to do delete my Twitter, which I don't want to. And
Has Gregory slash Gregala been trying to get you to admit to stuff that you haven't done?
it's like forcing me stuff. Yeah.
So Gregory slash Gregala has been trying to force you to admit to things that you have not done. Is that
Yes.
correct?
Yes, and they're brainwashing my old friends and taking over my old server that I don't even use anymore.
Oh, the one that we were banned from. Me, Flutterio, and I assume Ben.
And anyone else? Gregory also banned me. Banned to my own
Oh!
server and started to take over.
And banned Mao Mao. Okay, so I'm just gonna recap. So you first met Gregory slash Gregala in January of 2024. And Gregory slash Gregala on March the 27th, 2024, started accusing you of being a pedophile and then trying to get you to admit to stuff that you haven't done. During that time, Gregory has, in your words, brainwashed your friends and has banned you from your own server. Have I got that all correct?
Yeah, because they all think I'm a pedophile. I'm not, which I'm not. And I'm not even a
Okay.
predator.
Okay, well, okay. So I do have to ask because I have seen these screenshots that are being paraded around by Gregory slash Gregala in order to, come after you. I do want to ask, are they real? Are those screenshots real?
No, they're not.
Okay. Do you happen to have access to those specific DM in terms of like that person's DMs who you allegedly messaged according to Gregory? Do you have access to uh the 15-year-old like 15-year-old messages with you, so we can just get this out of the way and make this really quick, so that you can screenshot all of those DMs to us and just show us that you haven't done that.
I haven't.
Or would you be? Do you have any like? Are you able to get in like into this 15-year-old's or the messages that you've had with this 15-year-old, and are you able to take screenshots of that conversation? Because that way, if you do that, that way you can be completely absolved, and there will be full transparency between myself, you, Ben, and Flatterio over here, and it will just instantly get this out of the way.
Like all the screenshots?
Just all of the conversation that you had with this minor. If you could just find and screenshot all of that conversation of what really happened there from like the messages that you've sent and they've sent. So then there's nothing that Gregory/Gregala could do to try and slander you.
Well, just give me a second and let me look through them.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. I am gonna go mute for a tiny second, but do let me know when you have done that, and we can have a look through it all together, and we can, hopefully say for certain that you have been done wrong by Gregory and that you're innocent. I feel like that's the quickest thing. If you just take screenshots of all of that conversation from the start to present and just show us everything, so then we know exactly what happened, so then we know that what is said about you is a bunch of lies, right?
Right.
I'm gonna mute real quick. Just let me know when you've done that.
Got it.
Oh, actually, sorry. I'm terribly sorry about this. I have just received a recommendation from Flutter.io. They have messaged me and have asked if you could actually screen share your DMs with this supposed minor.
Uh, the- I I don't know if I'm comfortable with that.
Okay, well, if you could just continue with the screenshot, then that would be lovely.
Yes.
It was just something that Flutter.io suggested. I just figured I'd ask you there right then and there whilst I was, here, before I had to like pop off for just a little bit. But continue doing that. Continue doing that.
I'm just finding it.
Right, I am back. I do have to pop out yet again, for a little bit longer this time because somebody does need me in another room. So I will be back in a few minutes. If somebody would feel free to just take over for me whilst I am gone, and I will come back and take over again once I've done that. Flatrio, are you able to take over for me whilst this is
Yes, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, thank you very much. I will return in a few minutes.
Okay, okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Man, oh man. Flutterio. Been in a, how's your week, Flutterio? Uh, uh, Hang on a second. Hello. Sorry about that little technical issue. Flutterio, I was about to ask how has been your week, may I ask?
Oh, it's been good. How was your Easter?
A little busy at work, and then it went slow during Easter, which I'm kind of surprised that it was a little
Oh,
busy.
damn. Oh, damn. I'm sorry about that.
It is what it is. It's work for you. At least working and all that crap. Anyways. Alright, I'll just be muted for a little bit until I'm asked to speak up.
My apologies for
Oh,
leaving for a few minutes. I have returned.
no problem.
Could someone just catch me up on what happened during the time that I was gone? Because I don't want to miss
Nothing,
out on
Nothing
anything
yet.
important.
Nothing yet.
nothing has actually happened, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Um, I was hoping that nothing had happened. Mao Mao, how are the screenshots coming along?
Yeah.
Um, Mao Mao, hello.
Yes, I'm here.
Hello?
I'm still here.
Hi. How is the screenshot progress going?
Good. Good.
How much of the chat do you think you have screenshotted?
Like a whole chat.
Yeah, out of that whole chat, how much of that chat have you screenshotted so far?
Well, I looked through it and there was through because I'd never send nudes to him. Never
That's
did.
There's what, sorry?
Nobody said that
Ben, I'm
you
gonna need you to
send.
mute.
Hold on.
Ben,
Sorry.
I'm gonna need you to mute.
All right, I'll mute. I'll mute.
Okay, so now that Bluebird Boy has gone, can you repeat what you said? Because I did actually miss it.
I looked through the screenshot and they turned out I did never send nudes to him. Never did.
Okay, well, would you be able to send all of these screenshots that you have taken over to us within this chat?
Hold on. You wanted us like a screen record?
I mean, if you want to do that, that's also fine. But if you want to send all those screenshots over to us in like the chat, so if you just upload those files into the chat, so then we can have a look through them and assess like the whole like thing to verify that you have not sent these screenshots, that would be lovely. Or these images. Sorry, I'm getting screenshot and images confused. If you could upload those screenshots. So that we can assess and see. Oh, you want a screen record? Okay, that's fine too. Okay. Do you want to screen share?
No, I'm screen recording it right now.
Oh, okay, that's absolutely fine.
That's even better. In the meantime, while we're waiting for that, I was about to ask Cosmic, how's your week? Because I already asked Flutterio how her week was. How was your week, Cosmic?
Oh, my week has been good so far. I'm currently in the process of editing a video of mine related to Splatoon 3. But that is neither here nor there at the moment.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later.
Oh, is that me moving my mic? That is me moving my mic. I just saw my ring go green.
I'm trying to be very careful with my microphone because right now this microphone is literally at its last leg at the moment. But at least it's working.
That's your issue. That ain't
Yeah, I
mine.
know it's my issue, but I'm just saying, I'm surprised it's still working after all these years.
Well then.
Yep. Dude.
How much of the conversation have you screen recorded, if I could just inquire about that?
Give me a sec. Let me just wait for the upload.
Oh, so you're uploading the screen recording now?
It just needs a sec.
Oh, okay. That's good. I assume
Sometimes
that we'll see it in the chat.
Sometimes it takes longer.
Yeah, I know how those things go, honestly. I've uploaded a few video previews to people of my video that I was explaining just a minute ago. What do you mean by
There's
that?
a web
That's fine with me.
Okay. Give it a sec.
Just gonna have a look on my phone. I'm just gonna look on my YouTube studio real quick. I haven't looked at my YouTube studio in forever, to be honest.
What, the YouTube studio's acting up on your end too?
No, I just haven't checked it in a hot minute. And by a hot minute, I mean like 2 hours.
That reminds me, I need to work on some content I've been putting on hold for a while. But again, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we will.
Where's my coffee? There's my coffee.
Give it a sec. The load.
Oh, right. Okay, so it has sent over then.
All right.
Cool.
Okay, so I shall have a look at it. Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's okay. So that is from the start. Okay, let me just look through it. Nikocado videos. Okay, on Nintendo. That's a Discord invite. I assume that was for your server. Oh, oh, that was a bit fast.
Okay.
Let me just. Sorry, I'm looking through it right now. If you two want to do the same.
Nikocado avocado.
Yeah. Pretty funny.
Hold
Love a YouTube
on,
poop.
hold on.
Yeah.
How old were you in 2022, may I ask?
You know, I had a feeling it was all photoshopped.
Well, no,
Reveal
I
the same
just want to
person.
know how old you were in 2022. It's just out of,
Oh,
I've already asked how
I was
old the
18.
I don't. You
in
were
that year.
18? Okay.
Okay.
So on the 19th of, I assume, April 2022, why has this minor known as Silly Boy asked if they can see your dick again?
What the
I
fuck?
wasn't. I was not comfortable when he said that. I was not a big fan.
Yeah, I know. I just want to ask if you sent them a picture of your penis before.
I have never. Oh my god, I have never done that.
Okay.
Wasn't.
Okay.
I was really uncomfortable when he said that, but I just had to go with it, just to not send it. Yeah, sometimes he acts weird. You know.
Okay, that's fine. Um,
Also, on there's something here. April 19th,
oh,
2022. There it says, "Silly boy, you have a nice cock. Thanks." 8 out of 10. May I ask you a question?
Oh.
yeah, that's edited.
Oh, well, that's weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you go to if you go to April 19th, 2022, they have edited a message that says, quote, "You have a nice cock." That's what they have said.
Yeah, I was not comfortable when he said that. I don't know why. So
Yeah,
I had to play it through.
we're just pointing this out to you and just asking you because it does seem a bit strange. That's all.
Yeah, it is strange.
Nothing.
I mean, I don't know why he asked me that.
Alright, so 7:04 p.m. after. Oh, I'm horny. I'm sorry if that's weird. You okay, Max does make you horny.
Oh boy.
Uh, oof. All I can see is the pictures of the. Yeah.
Oh, right.
And the answer is why we hide some media.
Which
If they're not real, I don't. It's not even mine.
Oh,
Can you?
They.
Sorry to interrupt, but can you give me a quick TLDR real quick?
so we are looking. Oh, you want me to give you a TLDR? Okay. So me and Flatterio are currently investigating the screen recording that Mao Mao has sent to us. I have literally just downloaded it in case something happens to it. And in this, we have noticed that a message has been deleted, and I, at least specifically, and Rio has also noticed that things are being reciprocated from both parties
Those were just
about
Really?
old pictures, like memes.
Yeah,
and,
there's in some of these
weird.
the the again there's the screenshots here that hold on for some reason Skype's just I think it's just glitched on me.
the last messages in 19th of April. Oh, child.
I'm just again Cosmic, I'm just gonna I know you don't want to see them, but I'm just gonna send
Can
you
you
when those
censor
dates.
them?
Oh,
Oh.
okay. God.
I see it.
Child, I don't want. Okay, let me censor
Like
that.
a really
Meanwhile, while
strange
she censors that, I am going to point out another bit of a message that I have found. 9:41 p.m. on the 19th of April. You ask how thick are you? Silly boy says not that thick. That message is edited. You say after that, well, can I see though? Silly boy says, sure, one sec. And you say at the very bottom after they say it's not that big, you say it looks sexy. What happened there?
Oh God.
I had to play it through, but I had to delete it after what happened during that
Oh, so you
year.
have been deleting messages?
And I was really uncomfortable after the fact that he.
Oh,
Alright, so you have been deleting messages then, just for full
yes. So
transparency.
It was really bad. I don't know why. It wasn't even mine. It wasn't even mine.
okay, right, Cosmica, I've sent them to you on Skype.
Oh, on Skype. Okay, let me
Yeah,
just
'cause
get
for
on
some
the
reason
screen
my
real
phone
quick.
is being silly. Now look at the date when they were sent. 19th of the 4th, 2022.
Yeah, I'm about to pull that up because that's 7:34 p.m. So we are about to go to 7:34. Can I see your dick? So okay, so the only reasonable thing that I can see here is there's a message that Silly Boy sent at 7:34 p.m. that matches up with this date, where Silly Boy asks, "Can I see your dick again?" And then they say, "Want to see mine?" And Mao Mao says, "Yeah." And the time matches up with that. If you
And then
go
I
to
deleted
25
it.
seconds. Oh, so you did send the penis picture.
But I did. But it was not mine. It's not even me.
But
It
did you
well,
send it?
Okay.
Did you send a penis picture to Silly Boy?
Yes or no?
No, I have not.
it was okay. I'm just going to say it down in a term that you'd be able to understand. It may
You
not
never
have
did.
been it may not have been yours, but that was still an image of again, it was uncensored. I've luckily censored it for my eyes and Cosmic's eyes. You sent
Yeah, it
that.
was awful.
Yes, it was awful, but again, even though it wasn't yours, you still sent that to someone who was a child while you at the time were an adult. And again, if Cosmic, like you said, this is lining up with those images or these things that have been deleted, if it is lining up.
It
Yeah.
was being really
So
weird.
you have deleted those images
As I
off
wasn't
the.
comfortable with what I saw.
But you still, the problem here is you weren't comfortable, but you still sent those images. You
Yeah,
still
and
sent
just
those
just to
images.
clarify, you were 18 at that time, as you said earlier, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, I just need to clear that up because I was getting a little bit sort of like I need to remember these details.
Okay. So Sorry, Cosmic Flutter. I didn't know if you're done speaking with Mao Mao.
I'm looking through because we
Okay.
still have like a minute of this footage left to analyze,
Yeah, I'll
at
look
least on
in.
my side.
I mean, I'll look into it myself afterwards because I do have a lot of time to look into this stuff when I can because I'm off today
There's
and
a
tomorrow.
deleted Ben shush. There's a deleted message. There's that Silly Boy responded to. Silly Boy responded and was the only message on December the 12th, 2022. What did you send there? Because I assume you sent
Let
something that was deleted.
me hold on. Let me just take a look at the screenshots that were there. December.
Okay, well, whilst you look at the screenshots, I'll just did what was sent in that chat that Silly Boy replied to.
Okay, the screenshots that I have.
Mm,
8th.
I
Sorry,
don't think I have,
8th
but
of the 8th. 8th of the
I'm just trying to
8th.
play it along.
8th of the
Oh,
8th.
right, Flatterio, for the time being, would you be able to mute because you're
I didn't
speaking and
send me.
unintentionally your mic is picking it up?
Sorry about that.
And
I'm just going
yeah, it's
to.
absolutely fine. If you could just mute, that would be lovely for the
Sorry,
time
my.
being.
I'm just going to have to switch over to my tablet because my phone is frozen, unfortunately.
Oh, that's absolutely fine if you disconnect then.
Let me
Or
just
shut off the
disconnect.
phone. Right, so I assume that there is some sort of rabbit image that was sent to Silly Boy because Silly Boy says on February no, not February. Oh, I forget how you Americans do it. It's the month and then the day for American stuff, right? February the 4th, yeah. So there's an original message that obviously I have already said was deleted, and I assume that it was from you. What was said image? Because when you tried to answer me during that point, it wasn't your fault, obviously. But I was being interrupted left, right, and center, and I couldn't hear you. So if you could just repeat what that original message was that was deleted, what was that?
A rabbit? Oh,
Yeah. Was this image of a rabbit like NSFW?
he's just he's just making me do favors. And
But was the image NSFW?
yes, he because he said he was into this stuff. I don't even know why.
Did you know their age? Like whilst you were.
I did, but he's just making me do stuff I didn't want to
Oh, so
do.
you knew their age. Just to confirm, you've just told me that you knew the minor's age. Is that correct when you were sending all of this?
Yes, but he didn't. He didn't. He just made me do stuff as well.
Okay, well, if you knew the age and you were the adult in that situation, I'm afraid from what I'm going off of, and bear in mind, I'm only like 53 seconds into this right now. I don't know what else I'll find. It looks like these aren't just lies. You get what I'm saying? Like, it seems like there's truth to what's being said.
They're not lies. No.
So what Gregory is saying is true then.
No.
But that's what I inquired about because, like,
Gregory's just trying to get rid of me
uh,
in a
I,
weird way.
in a weird way, Ben, feel free to ask your question in that moral court chat. Please feel free to be muted. I'll ask the questions. Um, okay, so Gregory is saying that you sent nudes to a minor, right?
No,
That's
I
what.
did not send nudes to a minor ever.
But you admitted earlier on that it was that is what you did. And from what you told me just a minute ago, you knew the age of this minor.
Yes, because he told me his age and he was starting to make me do stuff.
Can I just how did they specifically make you do stuff? How did they make you do stuff?
Like, not safe for work stuff that I'm
But
not
how did they
comfortable with.
make you send that?
It was actually pretty weird to go with, but it's it's hard to say, which it's a bunch of they're just asking me to do stuff that I didn't want to do, and they
Okay, and if
and
you didn't want to do it, what did you think would happen if you said no to them? I mean,
they were just like they would be like, "Come on, I'm just waiting for it," or something
did
like
you
that.
ever try and block this person? Like to stop them from asking you to send these images? Like, if we disregard everything else, did you ever think to block them to stop them from messaging you?
No, no, they didn't want me to. I didn't. They didn't want me to block me, or I didn't want. They didn't want me to block their users.
But surely you see how blocking them benefits you, right? Because if you block them, they can't ask you continuously for this stuff. Just ignoring everything else, you know? Like
Right.
you realize by sending this stuff, whether or not they have quote unquote forced you. I'm using what you've said because you've said that they have forced you. Whether or not you have been forced to send this, you sending this is still like a crime because you're 18 or over. That's the threshold of that going into illegal. If you were 17 or under, that wouldn't be illegal, but that would be very weird and gross and ill as far as I understand.
No, that's weird.
But you told us that you were 18, so
Yeah,
by that, this is stepping into crime territory.
I know it's really bad.
Yeah, I'm glad you understand that. So I do want to ask how because I I still don't get how they forced you. I How can a child force you to do stuff over the internet when there's no threats in those DMs? There's no threats anywhere that I'm seeing. There's no like blackmail going on there. There's nothing that indicates to me that you were forced to do
They
this.
well, they just said that they couldn't wait anymore because they just wanted to see what they wanted to see because they couldn't wait to be 18 yet.
Oh, but you realize how that doesn't like that's not them forcing you, right?
They
That
just couldn't at least wait.
yeah, I get they couldn't wait, but that's not them forcing you. Them telling you that they're impatient is not forcing you to do it. And if you were 18 at this time, your first reaction as the adult should have been, or, the person who's older, at least in that situation, should have been, no, get away from me, block a Instagram, block a Discord, block a Twitter, block a. It should not have been to send this stuff. I get you're understanding this as you have been, in your words, forced. However, from what I'm at least seeing from these DMs, there's nothing there that screams that you were forced. To me, at least. To me.
They, I just know how they treated me.
What, in the DMs? Or was this somewhere else?
Like how they've made me do stuff, how they've treated me.
But how have they made you do stuff?
Like they they wanted they wanted me to show me stuff, NSFW stuff.
And blocking them didn't occur to you, as we've previously established.
They didn't want to be blocked.
Well, I'm sorry, but if it's the difference between a simple block and committing a crime, I think that you should have blocked them, because you could have avoided all of this. Ben?
I
Me.
know, it's awful.
Yeah, you have committed crimes by sending pornographic images to this minor.
But I
Whether
haven't
or
been.
not it's your hold on. Whether or not it's your own genitalia, I'm gonna say genitalia. I'm gonna use that word because I don't like saying penis or cock or dick or whatever. Sending pictures of genitalia, whether it's yours or someone else's, that's still a crime if you send it to somebody under the age of 18. And this minor was, I believe, was it 15?
Yeah,
Right. So sending that to them is that's a crime. That's a crime right there. That's a crime.
I know. And now they're framing me.
So I wouldn't say that it's framing. I wouldn't say that it's framing because from what you've told me, I've got everything written down in my like little Word document just to keep up. You sent these pictures whilst knowing the minor's age, and you sent these pictures, and there was no threatening whatsoever that happened in those DMs, at least from my eyeballs can see, or from what my eyeballs can see. Sorry. So you sent these willingly, knowing this minor's age. That's a crime.
I know, and then it's awful. I
Well, if you know it's awful, can I just ask why you've been trying to say that they've been framing you? Because that they clearly haven't been framing you. At least the minor. I don't give a fuck about Gregory. Gregory can do unspeakable things to himself. To be quite frankly honest, I hate him as well. But you're saying the minor framed you, and that's not true. That's not.
He didn't even tell me.
What do you mean he didn't tell you?
He didn't tell me that they were framing me, even Gregory, and now they think that Gregory's a good person.
Well, no, they hate Gregory as well. Trust me. When I went in there, they were like, "Get Gregory the fuck out of here! Fucking get his ass."
Yeah, Gregory's a
So
horrible
they
person.
don't like Gregory. They hate Gregory as much as they hate you. What I'm saying is that you're saying that this minor has framed you. This minor cannot have framed you if everything that has been shown to me is for a fact the truth. Because from what I'm seeing and from what I'm hearing from you, you said that you were 18, you knew the minor's age, and you sent these pictures of genitalia, whether it's your own or not. I don't want to know if it's yours or someone else's. And you didn't think like you didn't block them. You continued with this talk until I assume it was. Let me go to the very end of that video actually, because I didn't ever get to the end of it. October the 26th, 2023 is when those last messages were sent. So you continued all the way up until then. And like, did you not think ever to stop during that time?
I
Like,
didn't. He did. I just thought of myself like an idiot that I am.
right.
Ugh.
So I think I've gotten to the bottom of everything. So you have committed crimes. That is fact. You weren't forced, as you admitted in this call earlier. You knew the minor's age. You were 18, and you still sent these images. Okay.
But it
Well,
wasn't my fault, though.
you were the one who willingly sent these images, though. You were the one who willingly sent these images, though, knowing the minor's age and being 18. The audacity. Anyways, this is completely out of my field now, because my role here was to get to the bottom of everything. I have no control over what these two are about to say. If they get angry with you, I'm afraid it might just be justified. Y'all have the table, because I've cleared everything up. Y'all have the table.
Okay, good, because now I've got a couple of questions here. Because, Mao Mao, now it's my turn to talk, and I don't want to hear no lies, no bullshit. Do you understand me?
I understand.
So, okay, so, Cosmic, I know you muted for a second, but I did, but the question I'm going to ask you is this. Whether or
Sorry,
not...
you wanted me?
No, I'm not sure if you saw my questions on the
okay.
moral court, and I'm not sure if you asked it for
hold
me.
on, let me... I can ask them now if you want.
I mean, no, I'm willing to ask them now, but I'm just saying if you saw it or not. But
Oh,
I'm
I
gonna ask
see
the
them.
question.
Sorry, I was so focused on getting to the bottom
No,
of it.
you're fine. No,
But I
you're
was just
fine,
kind of
girl.
like...
Girl, you did a good job of getting to the bottom of this. You did a good job. Fantastic. So
You're welcome. I'm gonna stay mute now.
good. So here's my question to you, Mao Mao. Whether or not Gregory is trying to get rid of you, you still posted NSFW and you knew their age, and it doesn't matter whether or not the minor asked you. You should not have done it in the first place. So, as Cosmic did point out earlier, you do... No, let me finish. You realize you broke federal law doing this. And here's a kicker here. Here's a kicker here. You realize you violated Discord's guidelines doing this. Yes or no?
I wasn't trying to violate anything.
But yet you posted...
I had nothing else to do with it.
Mao Mao, you're an adult. You're 18.
I know.
The person you sent the dick pic was... Let me finish talking. Did I finish talking? Thank you.
No.
You are 18 years old. You were the adult. The person you sent the dick pic was 15. You, as an adult, had a moral compass to say, yo, you're a kid. You're not supposed to be looking at this kind of stuff and block this minor. Why did you not block this minor? When they started asking you for dick pics. Why didn't you? And again, don't lie to me. Don't bullshit me. I want the truth. Why didn't you?
Because they're gonna think that I'm an idiot.
Whether or not they're gonna... whether or not they think you're an idiot, you as an adult have a moral responsibility and a moral compass to do the right thing and making sure that children do not look into this kind of stuff. The fact that you exposed this child to obscene material, fam, like Cosmic mentioned, you committed a crime doing this. So I've got another question for you. Where do you live exactly? Do you live in the States, or what country are you at? What country?
I'm in Texas.
Okay, so we're going to look at the state law of Texas in regards of sending obscene material to minors. So give me a second. State of Texas. Law of obscene... Okay. The Texas obscenity law makes it illegal to promote or possess with the intent to promote any obscene material. Okay, hang on. Obscenity to minors.
if you could send the screenshot of...
Yep, hang on. I'm doing it right now. This is through Google, mind you. Give me a second. So, give me a second. So, I'm going to read it here while I'm doing that. So, give me a second here. Yes, Florio?
Well, then, there is a question that I want to ask Mao, because I do want to know this perspective, but do you have autism or any learning disabilities, etc.?
I do have autism.
Okay. I'm just asking because I'm
just getting scared and I don't want to get banned or anything.
Okay. Now,
I want to leave everything behind because all of this was ridiculous.
Okay. 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 Now, this is going to be a hard pill to swallow, Mama, but it's the equivalent. The best way I can describe this to you is when you go into a bank and somebody says to you, "Give me all your money." They're a wrong person. They're in the wrong, aren't they? Because they're stealing from you.
Yeah.
Now imagine in this case, you're the one who's stealing from someone. That would still mean that you would be in the wrong, correct?
Correct. I have not done anything that they made me do.
Okay. Okay, it's Ma okay, Mama. In this case, again,
I'm just scared.
if yes, it's yep. That's I can imagine. It's scary being told that you have done something wrong and it is indeed illegal. But when you talk to people who are younger than you, they aren't mature enough by law, by the police, and by the court, by a judge. They are not. It's not legal for them to see any of those images, even if you ask them.
I know
When
it's wrong.
people,
I know it is.
okay, so now you can understand where Ben and Cosmic and myself are coming from. It's like imagining that you, again, as I explained, you go.
Oh, God damn it.
When it comes to when you said, "Oh, they were making me do things," did they know that you had autism? Did they know?
I don't think so.
Okay. Okay, because even the reason I'm asking that is just because I want to see the perspective that it is. So therefore they didn't know. Okay, so basically this is a situation where no matter how we look at it, it is something that you are legally in the wrong for. Legally a from the perspective of a police from a policeman's side, as an example.
Mm.
Yeah.
Now, when you talk to people online, do you ever ask what their ages are?
No, I don't.
Did
They
the
asked me.
okay, so they
Mm.
asked you. Okay, so they asked you what your age was.
May
Now,
I just step in for like a tiny second?
of course you can.
Because there is an inconsistency there. When I asked you, did you know the minor's age at the time of you sending these images, you said that you did. So how could you have known their age?
Because it was in the server.
Oh, okay. So technically, they're not lying here, but they did know the minor's age. Okay, that was confusing to me because I'm like, how else can you find it out other than asking? But I'll let this continue. I just wanted to get that clarified,
Yeah.
just to clear up
Yeah.
any confusion on my end.
Mm-mm. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Because it's it's in a case where okay, and has found the statute. It's called the statute. This is the state of Texas. And I do have to ask this question because have you been I know that you sent it to Silly. Have you done this with any other person?
No, I haven't.
You haven't done this to any other person. Okay.
No.
Okay, so it's just the only person we would have to do with would be Silly then. The only person who you did that with was Silly. The reason that I'm asking is because if you did do it to more than one person, if it just happened to Silly, now we know. But if there was somebody else who you did the same thing to, then we would have to contact them.
I have not done anything
Okay.
else to the other users.
Okay, so you didn't do anything to anybody else in the server. What about outside the server? Say, for example, on Twitter, on Discord, were you talking to anybody else on Discord the same as you did with Silly?
No.
No. Okay. May I ask? This is a question about Gregory because I know for a fact that you discovered Gregory through Brian Mullins the Fox because I found your reply in one of Brian's comment section. Are you in contact with Brian Mullins the Fox?
Oh, that's just one of my friends from a different server.
So Brian Mullins the Fox is your friend. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah. Yes, he was just asking me.
So you are friends with Brian Mullins the Fox?
Yes, but we don't like do the stuff.
Okay, I'm not asking if you do these things with Brian. I'm just asking, if Brian knew, if you are friends with Brian, I was just asking because, it was on his video. That's a question that I've been wanting to answer because you are friends with Brian Mullins the Fox.
Oh wait.
Now, Brian has indeed, if as we've seen on the videos, they accused Ben and Lyle Convoy of grooming without any evidence. And obviously, Gregola, Brian,
Yeah.
and Gregola.
And he's like trying to get rid of my account.
Okay.
That I'm gone.
Okay, but I just want to point something out. Is this just another question? Does Brian Mullins the Fox know what you have been doing with Silly?
No, he has not.
No, he doesn't know what you've been doing with Silly then.
No, he doesn't.
Okay, that's fine. Is Brian Mullins still in contact with Gregola?
Not that I know of.
Okay. Because you were in contact with both of those people, the person who was saying the allegations and who was peddling the allegations. I think for now, that's all the questions I have for now, but it's just, oh goodness. It's also, how can Gregory make you do anything? that's something that I want to point out, because from my perspective and anybody else's perspective, Gregory does not have the power to do anything. Gregory themselves being a pedophile.
He said that his parents know that Gregory just is contacting the FBI from the Twitter, which
Can I
I don't
interfere for a
think it
second?
was true.
Flutterio, can I interfere for a second? Because I did point this out in my recent video on Gregory. That's not how it works when you get in contact with the FBI. You do not contact them through Twitter. You have to contact through their website. I've
I
proven
know,
that in my
I
recent...
know.
Yeah,
I know
that's...
what you said there, but yeah.
But go ahead, Flutterio. I'm sorry to interrupt. I had to interject there for a second. Sorry.
No, it's
Continue.
fine. It's fine. Okay. Because again, Gregory cannot do that. Gregory's parents, I just want to point something out about Gregory's parents.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
are not, his mother at least, is not fully aware as to what Gregory has been doing. Gregory's mother knows full well about what he is. His mother knows full well that he is a pedophile. She is very well aware of Ben's videos. She knows that her son has daughter at this point, just whatever they choose to be. They know exactly what Gregory has been doing. Were you aware that Gregory was a pedophile?
Yes, I did. That Gregory is a true pedophile when I found out about him.
Okay. Because it's just strange to me that you would be friends with someone who is a pedophile.
I'm not friends with other pedos, no.
Well, you weren't friends with people who you were friends with Gregory, who was who is, I'm going to rephrase that, is a pedophile.
Well, yes, but he he refused to be blocked because if I block him, he will keep reporting me.
No matter what, you can still block Gregory at any point. You can block them. And what Gregory is doing, again, because they didn't get the report right, they also have no idea how to deal with this situation. Gregory
Well,
took a week. We have got this. We managed to get hold of you, contact you, find out this in less than an hour.
the last message that
Why do you think that why do you think that Gregory is not Gregory is not able to do this? Gregory cannot do that. Gregory didn't know how to report people to the FBI, and Gregory's parents didn't know that Gregory is a pedophile. They know this. That Gregory is an acknowledged pedophile. They know this. There's a phrase called Satan cannot cast out Satan. Because as such, when Lyle Convoy spoke to Gregory, this being at least 2022, Gregory's mother sat there, saw everything, and would not acknowledge that her son is indeed a pedophile. Son-daughter is a pedophile. Even though there is overwhelming evidence that they indeed are a pedophile and they are a known liar.
Mhm.
So Gregory telling their parents, "Oh, I'm doing this," that it does not absolve them from being a pedophile. It doesn't make them good. It doesn't make them. Nothing changes. They are still a pedophile. There is nothing that Gregory can do to make people change their minds, because a pedophile doesn't get to just out a pedophile and be redeemed. It's not how it works. Satan cannot cast out Satan.
I do have another question that I need to ask because I just remember this just now. If that's okay, Flotario?
Okay. Brother, can I just ask
Go ahead.
a
Go
few
ahead.
more questions, Ben, before?
That's fine.
I do want to ask a question that Cosmic has just tapped me on the shoulder for. I'm sorry. The Octo Thunder Lula Moon. Now, you said that they were a pedophile. That they're in their 30s and they were a pedophile. Now, I wasn't aware that they were being touted as a pedophile. Can you explain to me? Can you tell me why? What they did to be labeled as a pedophile?
What they made me do?
No.
Like,
How are they a pedophile? How is Octo?
well,
How
Octo's
Octo? How is
30,
Octo? Okay, Octo is 33, so okay, they're 33. And you said that that your significant other, boyfriend, etc. When did Octo start dating you? How old were you?
I was 18.
So,
Still.
okay, so as an example, you were 18-year-old and an adult. If Octo dated you when you were 18, you're an adult, and Octo was an adult, that is not pedophilia.
Well, if he's older, it just gets uncomfortable.
Now,
May I just step in for like one tiny second?
go ahead.
Because I need to ask, did Octo Thunder do any stuff sexually with other people that were under 18?
No.
Okay, so it was just you that Octo Thunder allegedly preyed on, yeah?
Yes.
So, okay, so unfortunately, as I'm sure Flutterio has either just said or will be about to say, because you were 18 at that time, Octothunder physically could not be a pedophile
No, they were
during, like, at all. It doesn't matter if it makes you uncomfortable. That would be probably, I would say, counted under sexual harassment or harassment. It's not pedophilia. Not
no,
at all.
because you are 18, you are legally an adult, and Octo is an adult as well. But I do have another question. The person who you said Ratty, how old is Ratty?
I don't actually know. He never told me his age.
Okay, so you don't know how old Ratty is. And is Ratty your boyfriend, etc.?
No, he's not.
Okay, so you don't know how old Ratty is. Do they have a Twitter where they can maybe tell their name in their bio? Do they?
No, they don't. They don't have a Twitter.
Okay. Do they have a Discord?
No.
So how do they communicate with you and Thunder? And sorry, Octo.
Roleplay. Octo wanted to do roleplay.
They wanted to do roleplay, but where were they role playing? Was it on Ponytown? Was it on?
It was
Was
like
it was
it,
where? So
it was Octo wanted to do NSFW.
Okay, but where did Octo want to do the NSFW?
in his DMs.
Okay, on which platform? Was it Discord? Was it
It
Twitter?
was Discord.
Oh, it was on Discord.
I don't have his conversations now because he's blocked.
Okay, so you blocked them. So that's from your side that you blocked them. Okay. But what about Ratty? What about
You mean,
Ratty?
you mean Reggie?
Yeah, sorry, Reggie. How old? Yeah, Reggie. Yes,
Reggie's
Reggie.
is the exact same age as mine.
So Reggie's at 19. Okay, because I forgot if
Can I
Ratty.
ask, are Ratty and Reggie the same person, or are these different people?
Reggie is Reggie, which is he's not ratty.
Oh, I
Okay,
thought.
so they are different people. Okay.
Oh, I thought they were called Reggie Rat.
Yeah. His real name was Jaden.
Okay, so the
JYDN.
okay, so their username is Reggie Rat, so they're the same age as you.
Yes.
So in this case as well, Octo and Reggie are not breaking the law either. That's not pedophilia if they're the same age as you.
But for Octo, he's way older. He's in his 30s.
That still does not mean that he's a pedophile because you
That's
were
still,
over the age of 18.
yeah, it still doesn't mean that Octo is a pedophile. Because again, I understand what you mean by some age gaps. Some age gaps can seem a bit strange, but it's not breaking the law.
Huh.
Even though you, as an example,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to say as an example for you to date. Let's just say if you were to date someone who was 35, that wouldn't be breaking the law because you're an adult and they're an adult. And unfortunately, Octo can roleplay NSFU with other adults. If you and Reggie were children under 18, we would have a problem. But they're not. But because you're 18 and over, there's nothing.
I wasn't 18.
I'm sorry, what?
I was 18.
So okay? So then you were 18 when you dated Octo.
Yes.
Then that's still not pedophilia. Then
Someone needs
that's
to tell me that.
that's
That it
still not
is.
pedophilia because 18-year-old, you were classified legally as an adult. And at 18, that is when you, in the eyes of the law, are not a child, and therefore you are subjected to the laws around pedophilia.
Mm-hmm.
So what Octo did when you were 18 and when you're 19 now isn't illegal. It's not pedophilia, and I just want to point something out that in the meantime, as you said, I didn't like it when they were role playing NSFU. You were doing the very same thing with Silly.
But he made me do it.
Okay.
Again,
As we previously discussed, nothing about the interactions between you and Silly were them forcing you, as we have previously discussed about, I think it was 20 minutes ago as of now.
Yeah.
25.
Yeah.
Nothing that's silly. Oh, well, look at me getting to the bottom of things in that amount of time. Nothing in those DMs that you have shown us indicates them trying to force you to send stuff. All
Yeah.
that we see is them asking for stuff and you sending
And
stuff
you,
willingly.
Exactly.
And vice versa, may I
Yeah.
add.
And I did point this out to you no less than nearly 17 minutes ago that it doesn't matter whether or not they forced you, you are the adult. You have a moral responsibility to block this minor, say, yo, you're a kid, I'm not supposed to be doing this, and block this kid. But you didn't.
It's it's a case of
He's blocked now.
Well, that's fine, but it took you
Yeah.
until, like, recently
Yeah,
to
it
block
took you-
them.
yeah. You should have blocked them the minute that they started asking.
Mm-hmm.
The minute you
understand.
you should have said firmly that no, this is not appropriate, and block them.
I understand what you guys are trying to tell me.
Okay. And
Alright,
as for
have you got any more questions, Flatterio, or...
I don't. Well, okay, then go ahead.
Sorry, Flutterio. Didn't mean to cut you off. And yes, Cosmic, I'll let you finish your question. I've been meaning to ask this question earlier, but the server that you used to own before you got removed, you switched your ownership to Gregory or whoever else is the mod of your server. Is there a pornography room? Is there an NSFW room in that server? If so, do minors have access to that?
No.
Really? Because
No, they don't.
okay, because I didn't get a chance to look into it before I got banned, but what
There
was in
wasn't.
Okay. That's all I want to know. Go ahead, Cosmic. You were going to ask that question?
Well, no, before you so rudely interrupted me, Ben, I was asking if Flatterio had any more questions.
I think I do have one now. It's related to the server. Did you, at the time, I know it's this related to the not safe for work room. Who was allowed in the not safe for work room?
Neither. But that's all I know that I remembered.
So, was it just you was allowed in there, or did...
Some of them were older.
So, what were these ages of people who were older in there? What ages were they?
They were like 18, 20, 19. Yeah, those.
Can I just ask, just to confirm, was there an NSFW channel in that server or not?
There wasn't, no.
Oh, okay, so my statement is correct. I've just taken down. Okay.
I think they might have removed that just so they
Wait, so there wasn't one, but it was removed.
it got removed.
So there was an NSFW channel at the time.
But the minors weren't in it.
Okay, that's all I needed to know. That's all I needed to know. I just need to clarify because everything's getting confusing at the moment. Because you said that there wasn't any NSFW channels, and you said that minors could not access this channel, and then it got removed. So I just needed to piece that together. So there is an NSFW channel, but minors cannot access that channel. Is that correct?
That is correct. They are not allowed to go in there.
Right. Okay, I just needed to clarify that. Thank you for clarifying.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Rio, do you have any more questions, or?
Um, at this point, I don't think I have any. I'm afraid all my questions have been answered.
Okay,
That's
now we
good.
move on to the terrifying toucan or the screeching bird.
Yeah,
Oh right,
Forewarning,
yes,
this one does
yes.
get angry. This
I'm
one
gonna
does get
have it.
angry, so just forewarning.
Oh,
Me
But
and
here's the
shut.
Fluttery are
thing.
gonna press the mute button, and we're just gonna let
I
this
don't want to
play out.
listen to this.
Oh God, for goodness sake, you two. I would. Here's the thing. I would not be angry if I don't get lied to or if I don't get bullshitted on. So again, okay. Okay. So you already answered my question about where you live and what country you live in the state of Texas, correct?
Correct. You did answer me that.
Okay. The correct grammar is you asked me that, but okay, that's fine.
Ben, I'm just going to unmute. They said that they were living in.
Uh, can you repeat that again? You cut off for a second.
They reside within the state of Texas.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for confirming that, Flutterio. Thank you. So, as you saw the screenshot of the law in regards of showing obscene material to someone under the age of 18 in the state of Texas, which I'm going to read, because I was about to do it earlier, but Flutterio had to ask her questions, which was justifiable, and you already answered her questions as well as Cosmics. So this is in the state Texas law of obscenity to minors. The punishment for the crime will be enhanced to a second-degree felony if it is proven at trial the obscene material included the following material: a child younger than the age of 18, the image to be reasonable, prudent person will be virtually indistinguishable from the image of a child younger than the age of 18. So here's the thing, though, and I'm gonna say this, and
You
I think
want me to read it out because you're having a lot of trouble there.
just that word I got a little trouble reading. What's that word?
I'm just gonna
Discreditable.
read out the whole thing if you don't mind.
All right. I mean, I did got it
The
right except
punishment
that
for the
word.
crime will be enhanced to a second-degree felony if it is proven at trial the obscene material included the following material: a child younger than the age of 18. The image to a reasonable, prudent person would be virtually indistinguishable from the image of a child younger than
Okay.
the age of 18.
Indiscreditable. Okay, thank you for correcting me on that one word, Cosmic. Thank you. But
Indistinguishable.
I'm sorry for my grammar problems, Cosmic.
All right,
Okay.
let's have a grammar lesson. Let's have a in.
In.
Come on. Right.
Indiscreditable.
Indistinguishable.
Indistinguishable. Okay, thank you.
You know how
Cosmic.
you say extinguish?
Indistinguishable.
Okay, I get it, Cosmic.
Right,
Thank
now
you.
continue.
No,
Sorry, I was
yes,
getting fed up with
yes.
that. Right.
No, I understand, and I apologize for my little grammar problem, Cosmic and Flutter. Sorry, but here's the problem, Mao Mao. Like you said that the minor was earlier on because I got a little agitated that you're saying that the minor's forcing you to do this. Is that for what I've heard from you earlier? Throughout this call.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, and I
so
believe he must have given his message with that.
okay, but here's the problem with that though.
Wait. That's new information. So, right, Ben, shut up for a second. Right.
Okay.
So, what did you just say there? Did you say that you thought that the minor must have deleted anything saying that they had forced you? Mamo?
Yes, I'm here.
Right, okay, because you said something that I caught there, and I just want to clarify. Were you saying that the minor deleted messages where they were forcing you to do stuff?
They deleted it. Like it never happened.
Okay, that's new. Momo claims that the minor deleted any messages / proof of them forcing Mel. Okay, I just wanted to get that out of the way because I heard that and I was like, hold
Yeah,
on,
I
let me
heard that
just
too.
let me just query that.
No, that's fair, and that's very good ears because I just caught that just now before when you mentioned it. But here again,
Well,
as
if I don't catch it, you certainly won't catch it, will
I
you?
caught it for a
Fucking
sec.
toucan.
Yes, I'm a toucan Sam. Sue me. Anyways, here's the problem. As I said before, and I'm gonna say again, you are 18. The person that you were, the silly boy was 15 years old. Correct?
Correct.
So you, as an adult, should not have done that in the first place and blocked this minor. So my question to you is, and I'm sorry if this is recently old, but why did you not block them the moment they asked that? I mean, apparently forced you. Why have you not blocked them in the first place? Instead
Because
of
they also refused to be blocked.
you could have blocked them regardless.
They
I was
just
gonna
didn't want me
say,
to do it.
I was gonna ask, was this minor like physically holding their hand over the block button or something? How were they refusing to be blocked? I don't understand that.
Yeah, that's my question too.
They're refusing me to be blocked because they wanted me to see the stuff they wanted to see. It's the inappropriate stuff, and I just got really uncomfortable with that. Against to what
Okay, but
happened.
was the minor like quite literally like putting their hand over your block button and like stopping you from hitting it?
Yeah.
Yes, they're trying to stop me.
Oh, so they were physically there in person and they were holding their hand over the block button and not
And
letting you click the block button.
and they would not let me block them.
So you're saying that the
Oh
minor
my
was with you
god.
in real life?
What was that last part?
I asked you if the minor was with you in real life because that's basically what I'm sort of like
No.
asking you.
We never met in real life.
Okay, so then they couldn't have held their hand over your block button and like stopped you from blocking them.
Exactly.
I'm gonna make a request because you know that you did wrong. You know that this minor did not frame you. You know that everything is facts. You know that they did not force you. I'm gonna request that we do not say that this minor forced you or framed you or any of this or stopped you from blocking them, this, that, the other. Because you knew what you did wrong. So I'm gonna request that we don't say that this minor forced you to do this because like they didn't. It's like that's just the facts. They did not force you to do anything. They have not framed you. Everything that they have shown is actual fact.
That I agree.
Okay, I'm just gonna request that you
I
don't say that they
understand.
forced you or framed you. I was just saying. I was just requesting that we don't say that this minor forced you or framed you.
Because let's be real, that's not the case. Okay, so I do believe I have one more question here, and I think
Yeah.
give me just give me a minute. So I'm pretty sure Cosmic asked this earlier, or Flutterio asked this earlier, but correct me if I'm wrong, you two. Like, when you decide to send dick pics to Silly Boy, what made you think that was smart of you to do that in the first place? What made you think that was smart of you to do that?
He was asking me.
Okay, but my question is, what made you think that was smart of you doing that, breaking the law? What made you think that was smart of you doing that?
I didn't know there was a law about it, but till now.
Did your parents hold on? Did your parents not teach you moral values? Did not teach you right from wrong?
Ben, I'm just going to step in here.
Go ahead.
Mama, do you live with your parents or do you live with someone else?
I'm in my parents' house, but they're at work.
Okay.
Okay.
So I just had to ask the question, are your parents aware of what you are doing online? Are they aware?
No.
Okay. And it's another question. It's I'm not going to take too long with this, Ben. Has anybody explained to you about the I believe it's etiquette of being online. Has anybody ever explained to you that as an adult, you should know to be more conscious around children who are younger than you?
Yeah, I learned that a year ago.
Okay, so you learned that a year ago. So here's an example. If you learned that a year ago, why did it take until Gregory exposed you for you to put your hand up and say, yes, I did something?
Hmm.
Because it could not have taken a pedophile to make you realize that you have indeed done something wrong. You knew what you were doing was wrong, and you unfortunately have sat there and known that what you've done was
But
wrong.
I know it was bad, but it's it's just that Gregory might have is trying to find a way to frame me to the stuff that
Okay,
I didn't actually
so
do.
okay, so I'm gonna be very transparent. As much as I hate Gregory, he's showing stuff that the minor showed. He's literally just parroting that.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no conceivable world here where Gregory is actually lying, which is a first. So again, I will ask you to refrain from saying that people have framed you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what
there is.
Cosmic said.
Gregory
This is gonna be my
trying
last warning
to-
about this, otherwise I'm not gonna be as nice next time. Okay, I'm just gonna give you a forewarning on that.
Same here.
Ben, shut up. I was talking to my mom, not you.
No, no, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. But I'm agreeing with what you're saying. But go ahead, Floterio, finish what you were saying.
Yeah, unfortunately, as Cosmic said, as much as Gregory is scum on the bottom of the pond, Gregory is not wrong for exposing you. However, what they are doing, not again going to Twitter on FBI Twitter, isn't working. They've got the screenshots, yes, but they don't have all the information that we have just managed to get from you. You have literally told us everything, and Gregory could not do that within a week.
That image right there, that was not those pics I've sent, and I don't even remember those kind of pics.
The problem here is Mao Mao is that some of those, two of them we have proven were in there. We have found them. Either I want to point something out that whether you were in these, because some of these look like DMs, either you have deleted them from your end, or the minor, or because you keep saying you're framed. Unfortunately, at this moment, we cannot prove that you have been framed or not, particularly as that you did delete those images. You have seen and you have known to delete images. Saying that you don't remember them, they could have been deleted. You may have just deleted those.
Back then. Back then, I deleted those.
Okay, so what you're telling me now is that the images that we have, all of that which the miner showed you deleted. All of those images.
Yeah, it's
So
Okay,
all
so
of these pictures were real. Just to
but they
yep, so
weren't. They weren't real to me. They
they
don't
were
look real.
but
okay.
you
Okay.
deleted them.
Mm.
But those weren't. But those weren't my pictures, though. But
Oh,
and it's not even real.
Mama, listen carefully. Those images may have been of cartoon. I'm not sure what they are, but most of them are cartoons, but they still feature images that are not appropriate for children. It doesn't matter if they aren't of somebody's real body, whether it be an anthropomorphic cat doing another anthropomorphic cat at this point. Those still are images that children should not see, and you should not have sent those to them. And by deleting them, as you've just admitted, that tells us that you have tried to hide those images.
I'm not hiding anything. I didn't hide anything.
By
Then
you deleting those images and silly showing the unedited version, because again, we went through your DMs and some of these images and some conversations were missing.
But they weren't. They were deleted after I showed them.
Okay, so they were deleted after you showed them, but you showed them and still deleted them. In this case, Silly saw all those conversations, screenshotted them, and unfortunately, by deleting them, it doesn't mean that they're automatically gone. These can still be screenshotted. When, may I ask, what day did you delete some of these images?
It was around February of 2020. No, wait. It was April 2022.
So you deleted them on April 2022.
Yes, I did.
So Silly, so what you're telling me as well is that Silly got all those screenshots on what day did these allegations come to us? On the 29th? Those images was Silly had all those screenshots of those images back then, and they were all dated at the same time, meaning that they were still probably there on the day.
And I'm just gonna say, in the screenshots that are censored, thank you again for censoring them, Flatterio. I've actually caught a little bit of a lie here.
It's not a lie.
Do you remember the exact date that you sent? And then, or do you remember the exact date that you deleted these images in April of 2022? What date was it?
I don't. The day that I deleted them?
Yeah, when was the day that you deleted them?
It was around April 2026, I think.
Okay, right. So Silly Boy was able to obtain things with the exact day, like, on them. It didn't say today or yesterday at such and such. It did, in fact, say 4/19/2022. And I'm just, like, confused because...
Yeah, it would, because at the time of those screenshots, if they were old, it would include the dates. So, for example, what we had the 19th of the 4th, 2022. That would mean that those images would have been deleted maybe a day ago. That could have been deleted now within the last hour, 2 to 3 hours. When a person deletes an image from Discord, that image would not show on Silly's side or yours. Therefore, I do believe that you have deleted those images very recently because Silly was able to obtain them as unedited less than what? How many days ago? Less than a week ago. With the exact dates. That would mean that you hadn't deleted them when Silly posted them. You wouldn't have deleted them in 2022. You would have had to have deleted them between when Silly posted them and up until this very minute, or whenever you made the screen recording.
That does explain why it took so long for us to get either the screenshots or a screen recording.
Mm.
Yeah, it's starting to match up now.
If it, like, surely a minute long video
Yeah,
wouldn't
and
need to be compressed
and I
either.
did, and I also want to, Mao Mao, you would not provide screenshots of any of those conversations when I asked you the first time. Is it because you didn't want me to see what was happening in those conversations? Because you
No,
were very
it
adamant that
wasn't
you
like
would not,
that.
that you couldn't get the screenshots. You were very adamant of that.
It wasn't like that.
In this case, Mama, you have indeed deleted images which you know would incriminate you. Me, Cosmic, and Ben have sat there. We have looked through the screenshot.
And
We have
we
looked.
know that it wasn't
I
in
don't know how he managed to get
2022.
those that quick.
The reason
What do
that
you mean that quick?
the reason that they will have managed to get those is because at the time they were still available.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They were still available at the time of which Silly posted them. They were available on Silly's side. So Silly would have been able to see them, and you would have been able to see them. Because when an image gets deleted on Discord, neither Silly nor you would have been able to see the image.
Yeah. I was gonna ask, because I don't believe that the date that you've given me for the time of the deletion is correct.
Mm.
Did you delete these images in between the time that Gregory started calling you out and the time that we've gotten in this call together?
No.
How could Silly have gotten these images so fast then with the past dates?
With the times, because they do
I
have dates.
think he's
Yeah,
like
that's
trying
what
to frame me and just to
no,
make me.
no. Okay. That's strike three.
No,
No more saying that people framed you. I don't want to hear it. We've been over this. I asked you nicely once. I told you that I wasn't going to be nice the third time. When I asked you again the second time, you said that people have framed you again. This is the
okay.
final time.
You're
Don't say
just
that people
making me
framed
look
you.
bad.
People are not making you look bad if there are screenshots and proof of you
And
actually doing this.
and also your testimony that we now have screenshots.
And we also have a screen recording
We have a screen
where
recording.
we can put those screenshots in place to show exactly what happened during that time.
And also by your own counting that you did do that. In this case,
so no more saying that people are forced to frame you.
there is no. In this case, Mama, nobody is framing. People are indeed showing images that aren't doctored, that we can indeed put together with the screen recording. And by your own admission, as an example, you said, and I have to use this, I'm going to mention two of the images, and Cosmic knows which ones. You said one of them was not mine. I have taken a look at both those images, and indeed those images, one is different to the other. I believe that one was yours. One,
No, it's not. Like one of those days where what I'm trying to say is that one of those days those pics weren't mine.
Whose
so
genitalia are
That's
you
what I'm trying
passing
to
off as
say.
your own then?
I'm not trying to be fishy or anything. I'm just trying to explain.
I know,
so
but
okay.
you've told us that these genitalia pics are not yours. Whose genitalia have you passed off as your own? Because that's
I
not
don't
her.
even know who those pics are.
Did you just get these off of the random internet? Like, did you Google and
It's
get the first
probably
picture?
the inter I think that's probably deleted now.
So
Uh,
okay.
But
Oh, okay. So those images that you deleted, where did you find them? Find them on
yeah,
the
that's what I meant
internet.
to ask.
I don't even remember. It's hard to
So
remember though.
Okay, did you?
so
From some nude site or something.
did you find them on a site like I don't
Like,
Porn.
Pornhub, something like that?
Yeah.
mm, yeah, but I think those were gone now. Think
Okay, so you wouldn't be able to so you wouldn't be able, we don't to look, but obviously they are from some form of website that obviously aren't yours. That you went and randomly found those images, you put them in that chat, and you had no regard as to who.
well, what you're saying is true, but I didn't take those pics, and
So what
ain't
you're
We're
saying,
none.
we're not saying that you took them. We're saying that you sent them.
we're saying that you sent them. You went to a random website page, in whatever you did, you just took two random things and sent them.
That was it. I was scared during that day.
Then if you were scared, then you should not have done that.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say.
You still should not have gone to a website and just taken, because the people who have sent those images, I know this is like porn. I'm gonna say just Pornhub and OnlyFans. You need to realize as well that you are sending images that people have made private for adults to kids. You, I know this sounds stupid, but
That
I
is
think,
distributing pornography.
yeah, it's distributing pornography, and those people may not want it distributed either.
Mm-hmm.
Just because someone posts it on the internet doesn't mean that they want their wang all over
I
some,
was about to say wing wang.
yeah, wing wang all over
Mm,
somebody else's Discord.
yeah, I know it was wrong, and yeah,
Okay, if you knew it was wrong, then why did you do it? Oh.
I was
Are
scared because I was scared.
I know you have mentioned that you were scared, but
I didn't know what else to do.
well, then the best thing would have been to you say no. You don't go anywhere. As an example, you don't go anywhere that has anything like that. Give it to a child. And
yeah, and
I
oh,
understand
sorry, go
that you
ahead.
may not, again, from your perspective, you may not have wanted to send your wang to this person, but what made you think that it would be better to send other people's to this person? Because it makes it no better.
I get it on what you're saying.
Yeah, it doesn't. and you should not have sent it. You should not have.
I know, I know I should have sent it, but it was really stupid of me.
Okay. Okay. Do now. Here's the thing I want to point out about Gregory. Gregory cannot do anything.
Gregor's a little bitch.
The only
He's a
thing
stupid
that
twig
Gregory
boy.
would, the only thing that Gregory could do is to say that what the allegations that are against you are true, but they cannot delete your Discord. They cannot remove you from Twitter. They cannot do that because, as of here, this has happened on Discord. This has not happened on Twitter. They can't remove you from Skype. They can't remove you from Twitch. They can't remove you from there. The only thing that they can remove you from would be here. And has Gregory done that? No. And it's not as if they can delete it. They can report you, but they cannot go to your own Discord and press that delete button. They can't do that.
Well, the last message that Gregory told me was bitch.
Gregory calls a lot of people bitches, but yeah, is a
I was gonna say, we've
He
been called that.
called
in
me a
phrase.
bitch during PC.
That's because again, Gregory cannot do anything. Gregory has done the same thing. Gregory is a pedophile and refuses to actually acknowledge that they are a pedophile, and refuse to seek any kind of help, any psychological evaluation. They also have come back when their own mother told them, "Hey, he won't be on the internet." Gregory could not do that.
Yeah, Gregory's the one who's the bitch.
Okay.
I don't know, but you two aren't that much better in comparison to each
No.
other. Anyway.
Exactly. But I was
No,
gonna
I'm
say,
afraid-
go ahead. Sorry for
I'm afraid to say this, that in terms of Gregory, you can call Gregory, but neither you nor Gregory have the moral high ground.
Nope.
Neither of you have the moral high ground here. You are just as bad as Gregory, and Gregory is just as bad as you.
Right.
Bad
You
as
would not-
Gregory, I was just scared.
You would not
you've
be able
done stuff
to.
that's...
You would not be able to delete Gregory as much as Gregory.
Did she cut out?
I think she did. I think Discord's acting up. It's been acting up a little bit earlier for me and my end too.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Well,
Good thing I
whilst
used the
it's coming
app.
out for her. Oh.
Well, when
I
she's
think-
gone.
Well,
So
while she's like fixing when she gets back on. Hi, Flutterwheel.
Okay.
I'm gonna let Ben speak because he's been asking us to ask a lot of questions. I think it's high time that we both just kind of muted for the rest of this.
no,
Yeah.
yeah. I just want to finish my question from earlier, which I understand that, but again, so I'm sorry to I've been very quiet and been listening, but you keep mentioning that you're scared. Like, what are you scared of? Are you scared of that this information of you showing?
I scared
Mhm.
if I was scared that if I blocked them, they might report me or something, like something stupid or something like that. Ugh.
So you're scared that the fact that the information will come out that you send you distributed a pornographic image to a minor. That people are gonna find out you sent a pornographic distributed pornography. You know
I was
what I mean
afraid
to a
that
minor.
they were going to find out.
Okay. So if
I
that
was
was the
afraid.
case, if that was the case, why? Okay, if that's the case, why did you still do it then? Why did you not do it in the Why did you not do it in the first place? And not only that, why did you not walk away? before you even think on sending that dick pic? Like, I know I keep going back on this question, but I want a genuine answer to that.
Because I don't have anything else to do about it. I used to not think of how Discord works.
Okay, so from what I'm understanding, it's like you didn't have anything better to do. That's your logic of not walking away and blocking the minor before you even think about posting the pornographic image to the kid? Yeah, I think I would have a fucking hard time explaining that if I was you.
No, it's not like that.
Then please explain. Explain.
I was really stupid and I just didn't know what else to do or anything. I just usually don't know how Discord works.
So you did not know how Discord works. Oh my god. Cosmic and Flutterio, would you mind taking over? Because I'm trying really hard to be... I'm going to mute for a second, please. Thank you.
This is your spotlight. No. You don't get back out of this band. This is your spotlight. We're done.
Oh, no, that's fine, because... So, you're having a hard time because you don't know how Discord works. You don't know how Discord works about what? Like posting...
It was really stupid!
Oh. Okay. All right.
It's so hard.
Okay. Now, Mao Mao, the law, as we've brought it down, is something that is worldwide. It means it's not just Discord. It means that it's worldwide. It means that it affects it will affect you everywhere. It's like, as an example, if you, as I told you before, if you went into a bank, you robbed a bank in... Oh, no, that's not a great example. I'm trying to think of an example. If you committed a crime in...
To be fair, I think we have explained this to him enough.
Yeah, we have.
We've spent, like, upwards of, like, nearly, like, an hour and a half, maybe.
I think nearly an hour and 30 minutes. I've been counting an hour 30 minutes. We're near close to an hour 40.
Yeah, so we've explained this to him enough. He's already heard it multiple times.
Yeah.
So I feel like we should just mute. That's why I said
whenever
much. He was like, somebody take over. Now, can you just hold on for a second? Can you just hold on for a second? Because I just need to talk to these two.
Yes.
That's why when Ben was like, can someone take over for me? I was like, Ben, no. We're
yeah,
done.
I was trying not to shout. I was trying not to shout. That's why I was trying to ask somebody to take over, because I was about to
it doesn't matter. We gave you the spotlight because we done. We explained everything.
No, that's fine. Well, that's fine. Well, that's fine. I'll take over.
There is one question that I want to ask Mao Mao. What is the outcome? What do you think the outcome is for you?
Yeah, that was my question.
I don't actually know.
Because, again, this is a situation where no matter what, we do have to bring attention to this. We do have to bring attention to what you have done, because again, it's not good. It's inexcusable because of your age.
Mm-hmm.
And it's inexcusable because I know you said, I thought it was only Discord, but the law, as stated, applies everywhere. It means that it's still illegal in where I live in the UK. It's still illegal where Ben lives in his state. It's still illegal where Cosmic lives. The law exists everywhere. And you living, as an example, when you're living at home, the law still is there. The law never stops. It's still there. It's omnipresent. You, as an example, people pay taxes. People go to work and they pay taxes. That's the law. You pay taxes.
So I want to, oh my god, get back to because you keep on doing this at times. It calls to the point that Cosmic said stop doing that. Why do you keep using the being framed excuse? Like, you keep using that a lot to the point that Cosmic was getting agitated, and I was getting low-key agitated about that too. Why do you keep using that?
because that's what they were doing to me.
But here's the problem, though, with that claim. Here's the problem. You are 18. You, according to the United States federal law, which and I live in the United States too. I can't say what state I live in, but it is state law that you are considered an adult. The person that you sent pornographic images to was 15, a minor. So you chose to send the porn willingly. There was no framing, and I even saw the screenshots. You willingly and chose to post it.
There was no other options. There was no
You
other
could have.
options to do.
Okay, the option was you could have blocked this kid before you send the pornographic images to the minor.
I'm just going to come into here because I want to bring up Brian Mullins again.
Go ahead.
Mama, have you been listening to what Brian Mullins the Fox has been saying in regards to Gregory?
Yes, I have listening to him.
So you are parroting what Brian Mullins the Fox said because Brian kept mentioning that Gregory had been framed. This is where I think he's getting it from.
Oh, right, okay. Thank you for that information. That's actually new to me.
Because Mao Mao said themselves that they are friends with Brian Mullins the Fox.
Yeah, that is right. They did mention
Yeah,
that.
you did.
I haven't watched any of Brian Mullins' videos apart from that one where I basically forced Ben to end his stream by playing my video on Gregory, but
That's fair.
that is
Like
true. He was slash is friends with Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and therefore he may be parroting some of the things that Brian may be saying or is continuing to say.
Mm-hmm. So, go ahead. Sorry, Flutterio. I didn't know you were saying something. Go ahead.
As I was saying, at this point, you haven't been framed. Nothing has been doctored.
You chose to
There
do
is-
it.
there is nothing that we have found to say that either the minor, Gregory, nor anyone else was lying about, because we have your own testimonial, we have the testimonial of other people, we have the screenshots, and even the screenshots that you have deleted, we do have, and we can put into a time frame.
Yeah, I just want to say once again, he's been told this, and him actively continuing to say that he is forced or framed does seem like it's a little bit on purpose right now. I'm not gonna lie. I've been nice to him. I've been stern with him. If I hear that a minor has apparently forced him or framed him once more, y'all gonna have to hold me back.
No,
Y'all
you're
gonna
fine.
have to hold
No,
me back. That's what I'm saying.
Girl, that's what Cosmic, what do you think I said? Like that's not the case though, because the reality is Mao Mao, again, you chose to post the pornographic images.
We know that. Yeah, we know that, Ben. But as I said, I think the reason that Mao Mao is doing this is because Brian has been parroting the same thing about Gregory, even though we know the allegations have been garbage, and Brian being an unsuitable narrator for anything.
Yeah, now that they're here and they've been... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I would suggest, Mama, that you actually brought Brian, because Brian is known to be a two-penny liar as well. You are hanging around with some extremely unsavory people who you shouldn't be hanging around with.
Nope.
And I know that you're friends with Brian because Brian hearted your comment.
Oh, I noticed that too.
Brian hearted your comment, so that believes me. That makes me to believe that you and Brian, you said, oh, Brian just speaks to me in Discord server. That tells me that you have known Brian long enough of Brian to vouch for you.
Yeah.
I know it's awful, and
so My question now is, why are you not blocking Brian Mullins the Fox? Why are you not
Me.
blocking Brian? Because they are not someone who you should be hanging around with. They are putting ideas into your head, or for example, saying, "Oh, well, just as an example, you are saying I was framed." No, you are not. Because that's one of Brian's little things. Brian will always say he's framed, or Brian will always say that what he's saying is right and somebody else is wrong.
Brian
That's
is
a
lucky he ain't in a call with me right now.
Oh,
I
he's
was
lucky he's
gonna
not
say
in the call
that.
with me either. That's for damn sure.
what I'm saying is that you again were friends with someone who gave platform to a pedophile's lies. Do you do you see our point here?
I see the point.
So what is the best course for you to take as of now?
Well, is that am I at the block?
That is a very sensible idea. Do you think you should do that?
Do you think I should block Greg Gala?
If
Didn't you already
Gregory
say you
calling
blocked
you a
them?
bitch, if Gregory's calling you a bitch and they're exposing you, do you really want them to be your friend? Are they even your friend? A person who is a pedophile, do you really want a pedophile around you?
No. I also blocked Brian.
Okay, so you've just blocked Brian. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And with Gregory, you can block them too if you want. Block them if you want.
If Gregory says anything about me that I have blocked him, what
If
would you do?
you have blocked Gregory, you will not be able to see what they are saying. And
Mhm.
again, with Gregory, if they have, because I don't know if they've unblocked me or not, I would still be able to see if they are saying things about you. I would still be able to see that. But unfortunately, this is all proven to be true, Gregory is not saying things that are untrue. For once, they are not saying things that aren't untrue.
Yeah.
They are allowed to bring attention to someone who has done what you have done. The same as what we are allowed to expose Gregory for things that they have done.
Yeah.
True. I honestly have spoke. I think I'm pretty much out of questions here. So I don't know about you two, but I think I'm. I have nothing else to say. I've already
Yeah,
put
I
enough, and I've already have gotten the
I
answers I
just wish
needed.
this was all over. I just wish this was over. Like
Well,
none of this ever happened.
well, unfortunately, the passage of time does not dictate that as a possibility.
Yeah.
I do want to ask about this Pugsy person. Are you going to tell them what you've told us in this call, that you did know that minor's age, that you did send the images to this minor, and that you were not forced or framed? Because right now,
Who?
Pugsley is fighting
Huxley?
for you, not knowing any of this.
Yes, it's. Does Pugsley know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically my
Mm,
question.
no, it doesn't.
Are you going to tell them, or should I tell them?
I will tell him, but I don't think he's available for now.
Okay, well, when they are available, I would like you to tell them. I'm gonna give you 48
Or
hours to do that.
Yeah.
or we
But
will.
I might
Oh,
wait if he says anything about me.
Sorry, what?
If Pugsley says something, like if he's checking on me, then I would tell him what happened,
Okay.
and he'll probably
Okay,
forgive me.
I am just going to quickly, just to, uh, are you available? Just in case they're away from their phone at this moment and it beeps and they come back. Just in case. I just figured I'd ask if they're available. Um, in the chat.
and we can because we don't
Oh,
we. Hmm? Hmm?
Pugsley said no. Sorry.
That's fine. Y'all continue talking.
Go ahead and finish what you're saying, Flutterio. Sorry.
We because we don't because you haven't mentioned any of this to Pugsley. We are going to have to let Pugsley know.
Yeah.
Will he ever forgive me?
We can't know that.
That's a
we
case by
can't
case
know.
basis, dude. That's a case by cases, dude. That's a cases by cases, dude. And yeah,
Because at this moment, Pugsley is under the impression that, again, this is all Gregory's doing, that Gregory has done something wrong. It's going to have to come to the time when we let Pugsley know.
yeah. And I'm gonna say this too, Mao Mao. I'm not sure. Like I can't like again. You do what Flotario Cosmic suggests. You talk to Pugsley and you let them know what you've been doing. You confess, and I can also say your other group of friends too need to be informed of what you've done because
Or as an example, we could all explain this. We could all explain
yeah,
this to Pugsley.
yeah,
Because at this point, Mao, you have indeed lied multiple times to the point where we couldn't trust you to be a person who could take that honesty and not lie about this. Because
exactly.
you've lied multiple times. You
Well,
won't.
I do have a disagreement there in terms of what should happen. I do feel like we should, at least give Mao Mao the opportunity to tell them themselves,
Well, that's fair. That's fair.
you know.
Okay.
But I think that should be within our presence, so we
Yeah.
can block any lies that are said, that we
Yeah.
can tell the truth if it's needed, and just let them talk
Yeah.
whilst we're muted. When if they get in here within say the next 20 minutes or so, I don't know. They say that they're not available, but if they're available soon, then I say that we all mute if they join, and just
Yeah.
let Mao Mao explain the situation. And if Mao Mao lies about the situation, we clock the T. Okay?
Yeah, that's fair. That's perfectly fair.
Oh,
That way,
There
we can
is.
let Mao Mao have the opportunity to do it. And that way, as a safety precaution, all three of us are here to clock that T, clock the lies, and tell Kingston Pugsley the truth.
True.
I. That kind of reminds me to what made you comment on Ben's video.
Yeah, thank you for asking that. I actually completely forgot about that. Why'd you comment on my recent video on Gregory? Saying that, hold on, I actually have that open on my phone real quick. Let me just get that comment for a second, because I know what Flutterio's
It
talking about.
wasn't. Oh no! It was when you commented on Ben's video saying that you were being framed by Gregory, that Gregory was making you do things. Because from our perspective, it looks like you didn't have any problem with Gregory until this happened. It didn't look like you had any problem, but yet when you were friends with Brian, you would have obviously known that Brian had close ties with Gregory. They weren't friends with Gregory anymore because Gregory lied to them. I'm just wondering why you still found it okay to be around Gregory when Brian themselves turned around and said they didn't want anything to do with them. And when you got caught out in a lie, in something that you knew was correct, you then ran to Ben with this. It doesn't make sense as to why you have done so, because you seem to have been fine with Gregory. You seem to have been fine.
because I didn't want Gregory in the first place. I just want him out of my life.
You didn't. Well, here's the thing. You've just said you didn't want Gregory in the first place, but you were more than happy to be friends with them for a certain period of time. You were friends with them in January. you kept them around until now, but you didn't like them. I'm just a little bit puzzled as to say you didn't like them from the beginning, but you were more than willing to talk to them on Discord, but you didn't like them.
I just didn't want Gregella because that's the comment that I was saying. Do that.
What I mean is, I asked you if while you were friends with Greg, you said you didn't like them from the start.
Yeah, I just didn't like it from the start, and
If you did not like them from the start, then you wouldn't have a Discord. You wouldn't be friends with them on Discord. You
I
would not.
didn't want. I wouldn't
You,
be friends with Gregory if this would happen.
I understand that, but again, you stated from the very beginning, when you met Gregory, that you did not like them, but yet you were friends on Discord with them, and you were happy enough to go onto Brian Mullins' video and said that you had talked to them and found out the truth. You were close enough to do that, but the moment that Gregory turns on you, you come running to us. I feel as though you and Gregory were just as bad as each other. You were more than you said you didn't like Gregory from the beginning, but you sure were friends with them.
Good points.
Yeah, he's because I just got set up by a very shitty predator catcher.
Who was this predator catcher?
One of Gregory's friends.
A predator cat? Well, Gregory isn't friends with any predator catchers.
Not as far as we're aware.
Not as far as we're aware, because is it? I know this is a long shot, and I'm not saying that, but was the person who they didn't like, was it Leo Convoy? Does Leo Convoy read a bell?
Reds. I was
Okay,
saying
I'm not saying
the
I'm not.
truth about what he done.
I'm not saying you were making threats. I'm not saying that you were making. But of course, you have seen the videos on Gregory that obviously Ben has made, Cosmic has made, Rebel has made. You will have seen those videos because again they come up everywhere. And it is not a threat to Gregory should those videos be shown to him. It is not a threat to him because those have been out there for nearly 2 years. It is not a threat because that is public knowledge. Something that is available publicly is not threatening. What exactly does Gregory think we're going through with him with? What does he think? Something that is public not acknowledgement isn't a threat.
Saying stuff about what he done.
I hate to interrupt this. But who is Valentino?
As far as I know, Valentino was in the server, but fortunately, I don't really know who they are.
Well, that's what I was asking Melbo. Like, who's Valentino?
Just one of my old friends.
Huh. Oh, in the screenshots that Gregory is parading around, Valentino is in those screenshots. Can you give me clarification on what that could possibly be?
a screenshot of Valentino?
Yeah, they were posting screenshots with you and Valentino in them.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Give me a minute.
Are you able to provide, like, clarity on that? Momo?
I just,
I, oh, sorry, go ahead.
I'm just trying to relax. Trying to relax.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm just asking. Can you give me a little bit more, clarity or?
I wasn't friends with Valentino, but
Okay,
he's,
well, I do
he's
have to ask because obviously Gregory is parading around this supposed Valentino person as another person that you've spoken to. So I do just have to ask who they were. That's all I had to. That's why I had to ask that. Does anybody else have any other questions before we end this off?
Nope.
No. No, unfortunately, I don't know.
I think I've already said my piece already.
Okay, well, my final verdict is that unfortunately you were not framed and you were not forced. You did send those images whilst being over the age of 18. You did know this minor's age. Let me take a look at my notes real quick. And you have committed crimes and have admitted to them within this specific call. And Ben Mazer will be uploading said call later on.
Yes, I will upload that call. I'll upload this call as soon as I make a video because unfortunately, Mao Mao, I'm not sugarcoating this. People have to know about what you've done, Mao Mao.
Yeah, people have to be made aware.
I'm sorry, Mao Mao. Like, there's nothing. There's nothing. I'm sorry. This is a more me, Cosmic and Flutterio have a moral compass to let people know that what you've been doing, and there's nothing I can say to say you brought this income upon yourself. You willingly chose to post pornographic images to the minor, and you willingly you really acknowledged this. And when this got out,
and they knew the age of the child.
Yeah, you knew the age of the child too. Thank you for correcting me on that one, Cosmic. Thank you.
they
So
will hate
unfortunately,
They will hate me. They will probably hate me.
Okay,
Well,
that's not our issue.
I'm sorry to say that's not my problem. I'm sorry to sound like a total asshole. That is not my fucking problem. Not my fucking problem. That you decide to post a porn to a
As soon as you
kid.
do these things, as soon as you do these things, your actions are on your own. Like,
You chose. You chose.
Yeah, you chose.
It's like breaking a crayon in a box. You break that crayon,
It's going to
it's
be
your
broke.
responsibility. Example, if you are in a classroom and there's a red crayon that everybody uses, you break the red crayon and people get angry at you, that is your responsibility to say, I broke the red crayon. And
Yeah.
people they can either dislike you for it, they can be indifferent, or otherwise. Unfortunately, we can't control that.
Nope.
Yeah.
So, actually, I do have one last question because unfortunately, no. I'm just.
Ask
This
me
is to
a
Cosmic.
question.
No, this is to Cosmic. Do you want me to send you the copy of this call to you, Cosmic?
If you want,
I can happily do that.
sure, go ahead.
Unfortunately, it's a two-part because of the technical issue, but majority of this call is happening at, let's see, what time are we at? 2 hours and 2 minutes. So, yeah, you're going to receive two-part calls. But unfortunately, Mao Mao, this is my final verdict. Nothing you could say or do to justify what you did. People are now going to know what you have done. What I recommend you do is you hold yourself accountable, seek psychological help. That's all I have to say. So, you, Cosmic and Flutterio, you ladies have the floor now.
Do
Alright,
you want?
oh yeah, I was just going. Sorry, what was that, Mao Mao?
What I was
Just
going to say is, do you see a therapist at all?
no.
Okay, because I was going to say you need to mention this to your therapist, just so they are informed. But if not, maybe the best thing to do would be to explain this to your parents, because
I don't
Yeah, at the
want
very
to
least.
explain my parents or anything.
Well, they
I'll
deserve
get
to
in
know what
so
you've
much
been up
trouble
to.
if they know.
Well, unfortunately, that's not on us, that's on you.
I'm just scared.
Well, again, unfortunately, that's on you, not on us. We haven't done what you've done. You, your parents deserve to know what you've been doing.
No.
and the only the best thing, and your parents, when they do know, the only thing that they would do is, I believe that they would. I'm not sure how it would work in the US, but they would be able to escort you to a police officer who you could explain the situation to. They would obviously ask for evidence, which you have, which again you could provide. Then they would take a look and they would see what they could charge you with.
Yep.
But more than
I'm just gonna also
I
just
don't want to go to jail.
Okay, I'm sorry to sound like a dick. I'm
uh,
sorry to. Go ahead,
no, no,
Cosmic.
no, 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 Ben, we're going to let Cosmic talk.
I was gonna say, would you rather you tell your parents directly and be like, "Hey, I did this, I messed up. Let's see what we can do about this," or would you rather them know through somebody online who has to know about what their son, I assume that you're a dude, what their son has done? Would you rather them hear it from you directly, or would you rather them think that you've kept this a secret from them when people
Uh,
do end up telling them?
Because
I
because
don't know.
do your do your parents have access to your accounts? Do they monitor your account?
No.
Okay. Because of course your parents again will need to know. They It would be good to give them access to your accounts, to your Discord account, so they can see exactly what's happening.
I I I don't want to get in trouble or anything.
Well,
It's
unfortunately, you committed the actions, therefore you're going to be the one to get the consequences.
it's also
I don't want to lose everything.
Well, again, this is out
That's
of
not a
our hands.
problem.
Like
Not a problem.
temporary.
we,
You don't want to go to a temporary thing. Can you explain that?
no, I think they said that they don't want to lose any
I
of their
have a
stuff.
boyfriend who needs me. Or
You have.
never.
No.
I just
May I,
don't want to lose contact with him. Or,
may I ask you, who is this boyfriend?
mm, uh, it's it's Noel.
No,
No. I
no.
recognize that name.
He's poor.
He's poor.
Yeah, he's poor.
Does Noel? Wait, how long have you been dating Noel? Because again,
2 years.
with Octo, you make it sound as though you've only recently just been cheated on by Octo.
No,
Right.
Reggie's the one who's been cheating on me.
Okay, so when did Reggie cheat on
It it was during January where Gregory told me the truth. He told me to break up with Reggie. Uh,
you? So what you're telling me is You listen to somebody who is a pedophile to break up with someone who was that has indeed that you have done nothing wrong with, that has done nothing wrong.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Then you should not have listened to Gregory in the first place.
Yeah.
You should have not listened to him. And with
Again,
Noel,
everything that's happening right now is entirely on you.
Facts.
and with Noel, does Noel know about this?
No, if I tell him, he would not like me.
Does
I just don't want
does
to
Noel
lose him.
does Noel no does Noel have a Discord account? What are they called?
Yes, why?
What is their name on Discord? Because we may have run into them.
You want his code?
No, they
What
have
we were saying is that we
Oh.
may have run into them before. What is their
You mean-
Discord?
You mean Noel?
yes,
Yeah.
Noel's Discord.
You run into Noel.
No. We may know Noel. We
Yeah,
might
that's
not know. What is their Discord name?
The Discord name is Noel.
Oh, then so their Discord name is no. Okay, so their Discord name is no. Again, I don't believe. Have you heard of anybody called Noel? Was anybody called? Wait, is Noel in the server? Is Noel in your
No,
role? Okay,
he's
so
never in my server.
Noel wasn't in that server because I'm just.
It was just an
I
old server that I don't use anymore.
Okay, so
Ugh.
do you have a new server then? Do you have a new one?
No.
Okay, so you don't have one. So again, does Noel know Gregory?
I told him about Gregory, and he just tells me to block it. He just wants me to be protected.
But in this case, I do understand where Noel's coming from. But again, because you are in the wrong, Noel does need to know the same as what Pugsley needs to. Both Noel and Pugsley need to know. Because you can't just spin them a tale that you are in the wrong when definitively it's proven that you are in the wrong.
And it's a case by case basis of whether or not they'll talk to you ever again or even want you around.
It's where you have. Let me try to think of this. It's where you have to be honest with Noel, and I understand Noel being financial. When you say they're poor, you mean financially they're not very? Because at this point, Noel being poor doesn't really make any difference in this. They do need to know. When you say they're poor, do you mean that they are do you mean that they don't have much money? Are they mentally ill? Because again, poor health, poor mental health, poor financial. What do you mean?
They don't have like much money, but they do have a home, an
Okay, so they
apartment.
have a home. So, what does Noel being poor affect you telling the truth? Because you telling the truth isn't going to get Noel evicted from their home. It's not going to. Noel isn't going to become poorer just because you tell them the truth. It's more of it won't affect them financially. This will affect them emotionally. But you can't go to both Noel and Pugsley touting that you have done nothing wrong when you indeed have done things wrong. And at this point either, because I'm just doing this as a precaution, Neither Cosmic, Ben, or I have been abusive. We have been very civil with you.
Yep, and we have this all on recording, just in case you try and say that we were
We
being
have been
abusive.
extremely civil with you. We have not forced you to do anything. We have not logic, dictation. We have asked you to repeat things if needed.
Mm-hmm.
So neither Noel nor Pugsley can turn around and say to us, "Oh, you were unfair to our friend," because we haven't, and it is being recorded.
If you want, we could get the Pugsley one immediately out of the way if they're willing to join us in this call.
Yeah, we could speak to Pugsley.
Yeah, I'll be down to get into call with Pugsley too. Like I said, I'm off work today, so I have all the time in the world.
Says he's drawing or playing video games, maybe even both.
Well, no offense, but I think this is slightly more important.
Yeah, this
There's
is
a
more
video
important
game
than sitting around with playing video games, fam. So, I have a question for you, Mao Mao. Do you know the term accountability?
No, I don't.
So, accountability is you take responsibility of the fuck up that you have caused. That being,
let's be. It means you admit when you have done wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you for correcting me. So this is basically we're giving you a chance with Pugsley and as well as your friends to hold yourself accountable and take responsibility of what you did. But like I said, I'm not gonna lie. The video that I am planning to make, mind you, whenever I have the time, either sometime today or tomorrow or whenever my work schedule does not keep me busy, that video is gonna come up. There's no excuse for that. People will know about this.
People, whether they will talk to you or not, it doesn't depend on us. We will not be sending people to tell your friends not to do it. We aren't Gregory.
Nope.
We, unfortunately, we can't force people to do things. It's up to them.
Yep.
Whether Noel still wants to talk to you, whether Pugsley still wants to talk to you, we can't force. We can't guarantee what
That's
they
a
will
case. That's a case by case basis, basically.
Available at least to sort of make sure that this.
Yeah, just
done.
let me know if when.
I'll let you. I'll let you know.
Yeah, because at the
And
moment.
I'll notify you when they're able to call. I'm gonna give Mao Mao time to prepare, time to just breathe, time to process, think about what they're gonna say, and I'm gonna trust that when this call happens, that you don't go lying about things that you have said to us or that we have done to you, because we haven't done anything wrong to you. Okay?
Okay.
Right. Now take a breather, and when Pugsley comes and says that they're available for a call, we'll reconvene, and I'll be there to just fact check, alright?
Yeah.
Alright, see y'all bitches later. Bye.
Bye.